Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to my Insta Live. And it is really fascinating to me how you can be both thrilled and excited and terrified at the same time. That those two feelings can exist at the same time, because I am so excited about what there is to look at and heal today. It's an awesome opportunity for us to take a look at our regrets, the places where we think we did something wrong, where we said, if only, if only, if only. So it is a fabulous Sunday to pop on to Instagram and to trust that there is something to heal, there's something to move, there's something more for us to let go of. Holy cow, what an awesome opportunity. Good morning, Nicole. It is really interesting today because we've all had some version of a crazy week, and I think I'm most entertained by how I can't keep track of which day which thing happened. But I do know that I got the information on Thursday that we were going to be talking about if only I had done something different. And I was kind of like, all right, well, that's how it popped in, so I'm going to go with that. And I have no idea what that means. And then on yesterday, I was looking at it and I kept hearing regrets. I'm like, oh my goodness. If that isn't a whole bunch of if only I had done something different. Good morning, Eileen, and good morning, Joan. It's great to see you both. And so that information, I was like, okay, that's in alignment. I have no idea exactly what all that is, but okay, I'm going to go with that. How much can I possibly talk about that? That keeps me in the space of not looking at my own stuff, right? Wow, was that yesterday? Looking at my own stuff, looking at all the places where I regret things that happened, where I just wanted to surrender more of that. So this morning I wake up and I hear to go get the Book of Mastery, and this is the Book of Mastery. I know it's backwards, it doesn't show up correctly when I hold it up, but this is the fourth book that Paul Selig channeled, and I think of all the books, it was always my favorite book, and I have not picked it up in a long while, and it was really interesting that I picked it up today and flipped right open to the page that is talking about how to shift those things we've held on to where we thought we screwed it up, we did something wrong. So my name is Bonnie Sachs, and I teach a class called Mastery of Your Information, which is an opportunity for people who are just getting started in looking at energy or have an interest in healing themselves or perhaps healing other people. But you know, we're all in bodies, so why don't we want to learn to heal ourselves? Still looking for that exact answer, but that's what we do. It's a year-long course, and we spend an hour and a half a week moving the fear and the pain and the anger and the unworthiness and all the stuff that we're carrying around thinking that we did something wrong. We spend a whole year healing that and helping people access more of their own information, because in truth we really do know, have our own information. So enough of that. Yes, we are talking about books. Yesterday was World Book Day or International Book Day or something, so we are definitely taking a look at a book. And the place that I am referring to in the Book of Mastery is on page 106. And this is so freaking cool. It really, you can't make this stuff up. So this morning I got dressed and I put on a really cute peach colored top, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm wearing. And 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I went in to brush my teeth and I dropped water on it, and it's a silk-like top, whatever. I, got some water on it, and it just happened to be right here where everybody was going to see it. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And all I got was laughter behind it, where it's like, oh yeah, look where you are already starting to say, if only I hadn't brushed my teeth or worn this shirt or something like that. And it's a great reminder for all of us that there are going to be lots of times that we do something and screw it up somehow and think like the first thought that comes through our head is, oh, why did I do that? If only I had. And then you can catch yourself and you get to heal that. You get to go, oh wait, it was all perfect. It happened exactly as it was supposed to happen. And of course for me it was so that I could tell you that story and see it again of how things happen to us and we're like, oh my gosh. So as I'm sitting here talking, I do want to let you know that there are lots of healing opportunities available for us this morning. There have been lots of gifts that have been put out into the field for us, and you can always, as you're sitting here listening to me, if you have something show up for you where it's like, oh God, that's the thing I want to no longer carry around with me. Maybe it's a little duffel bag, maybe it's a big backpack, maybe it's so freaking big that you're carting it around with wheels, but you can always put out your hands and ask for a gift and trust that you are getting more information. It might not just be you, Eileen. We're going to heal all that stuff. But you have a gift available to you, and you can always put out your hands and you can always gift yourself. And to be honest with you, if it's an issue that is in your stomach and you put your hands on your throat, you've got it. It's perfect, exactly as it's supposed to. So hopefully I have come back from the land of the frozen and you all are getting me live. But if not, we're just going to trust that it's all exactly perfect. So here we are in the Book of Mastery, in the 4th book, and we just finished the 9th book, or I should say Paul Selig just finished the 9th book. So this is more towards the beginning. This book is more towards the front, and it says the first step for any change is to see what is there and to realize, for whatever reason, that you were party to it, that you played a part in it, that you had participation in whatever it is. So I challenge you all to take a look at something that you've held on to that have said, oh, if only I didn't do that, if only I didn't make that one decision, if only I had said something different, done something different. And so I encourage you to find one of those things. Now you might be me and go, okay, I'm going to take a little thing like, if only I hadn't brushed my teeth and gotten my shirt wet. But you can take as big a thing as you're ready to let go of. And, you know, I've got a running list going on in the back of my head too. If only I hadn't made that nasty comment. If only I had loved that person more. If only I had remembered to say, oh, and I love you more. Whatever that is. Know that it was part of what was designed to happen. And it wasn't that it happened. Yeah, right, Sarah? It wasn't that it happened. It wasn't that you're a victim to it. It wasn't that what happened was random. It wasn't that there wasn't something there for you to learn from that experience, right? So, taking my silly example, maybe I could have not brushed my teeth. Maybe I could have changed my shirt. Maybe I could have blah, 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 blah. But instead of me thinking that I did something wrong, that I screwed it up somehow, maybe I can just go, okay, that happened for whatever reason it happened, and I move on. Whatever tragedy you may be facing, or challenge, or difficulty, you are aligned to it, and consequently it is in agreement with you. As the woman you are, as the man you are, as a conscious being, does not mean you're victim to it. You're not a victim. Never are you a victim. So if you start looking through your life where you go, frick, there's a lot of places where I can see that I have played the victim. And I keep telling the story over and over and over again. Yeah, let me pick that one. Let me move that one. Because, oh my goodness, I'm not a victim. You didn't make your child sick. You didn't create that person's pain. You didn't make a bad decision. You decided something and then got the teaching and the healing opportunity. How awesome is that? Oh God, I'm never going to do that one again. That's a good thing. What if, whatever your example is in your head, what if it was given to you to choose a higher way of looking at it? What if you had the opportunity to release the fear that you had around it, or to understand that you weren't to blame, or there really was no guilt, or it was just a reminder of how much you are loved? It's interesting when you look at it from that perspective. There's a whole bunch of things in my life that I'm like, yes. So, there is a lot of frequencies that are coming in. One of the big ones that I'm seeing to help us heal these ideas is that Christ consciousness frequency. And that Christ consciousness frequency is, we call it the forgiveness frequency, although in truth there's really nothing to forgive. But it is an opportunity perhaps for us to forgive ourselves, to forgive the mistake that we made, to forgive whatever is going on with us. I'm really hoping that there are some of the birds that are busy making noises back there that show up so you can see them, because I am really entertained by the birds. You hear the squawk, squawk, squawk. The baby bird that's sitting there squawking nonstop, like, feed me, feed me, feed me. And how many times I see that as myself. I see that as me, who's just sitting there like to my higher self or to source, God, going, oh my God, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Just feed me, give me more. I want this, I want that. And I love that it shows up on a Sunday morning so you all can see that kind of stuff. How often are you busy squawking about what happened? and saying, I just want more, I just want more. Isn't that funny? So all of you have a gift in front of you. Right, you do. You see them flying behind me. Click, 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 click on the fence. All of you have a gift in front of you. Eileen, I'm so glad you see that. The little baby squawking away. All of you have a gift, and I'm seeing them as a box, and inside the box is whatever your gift is. Now, your gift might just be the box. The box certainly is a gift as well. So, I have a gold box, and I have a purple I have a purple crystalline baby bird inside. And it's the reminder for me that is like, it's okay if you squawk. It's okay if you ask for what you want. It's all right. No one's running around going, oh my God, stop that noise. Every time you want something, every time you want food, you want more resources, all you have to do is ask. No one is whining and complaining because you're asking for more. Put out two hands, get two gifts. So, my gift is going in my throat. And you get to choose. You get to know that it's exactly perfect, however it shows up for you. It makes me laugh because I do spend some time going, oh my God, somebody must be saying, make her stop. Make her stop squawking. Make her stop complaining. Make her see who she really is. Make her know that she is so much more. And she is going to fly. She is going to get it one day. Nicole, I love that. Transformation purple box. Yes. And there's always gifts available. And one of the things I love about Nicole is Nicole reminds us regularly that the gifts are always available right there. So look at Sarah, teal with a gold ribbon. Oodles and oodles of light goodies. That's an awesome thing too. Oodles and oodles and oodles. See, it's really fun just to play, and it is fun every once in a while to just take a little bit of time to be like, wait a minute, the gifts are always here. The gifts are all around me, and when I start thinking that I'm to blame, it's my fault, I should have done something different, I could actually go ding and stop and say, yes, I can have a gift. You don't need me. I mean, I'm kind of helping out here, right, to remind you, but you definitely don't need me. Joan's got one going in her third eye, and Eileen's got one in her throat. Yay! But none of us need to be reminded. Isn't that interesting that I just said that? I feel like I'm contradicting myself. None of us need to be reminded because we do have a higher self. We do have a soul, or people call it by a lot of things, that's always gifting us. That's always giving us what we need. Yeah. Thinking. Yeah, that thinking thing. No thinking required because our higher self is always on it, right? We're always getting exactly what we need, whether we're aware of it or not. We're busy, blah, blah, blah. If only I had done something different. Oh, I have so many regrets. If I could have chosen this. I should have gone to school. I should have listened to my parents. I shouldn't have listened to my parents. How about that one? Let's all move a little bit of that. Let's move a lot more shoulds out where we think it looks like something in particular. Let's move more of that because it's not serving me. It's not serving me. It's not serving you either. So yeah. Let's bring in more love and more joy. Hey, Eileen, I love that. I love you had an issue this morning that you're just like, I can't do this on my own. Source, I would like some help. I often do that in the middle of the night, often, not always, when I'm just laying there and my brain is like, Papa, and you should be doing this, and don't forget about this, and what about this, and remember this tomorrow, right? And then there are times when I remember, oh yeah, Source, can you please move all this chatter out of my brain and just put me to sleep? Let me sleep for a little while and remind me in the morning of this list that we have going. Remind me as I'm supposed to do it. Let me trust more. Boop. I wake up the next morning and I'm like, yes, that's a good thing. And we can all do that. It's not something magical or particular to me or the people who happen to be on. We get to do that stuff all the time. So, there is a ton of power available to us when we forgive ourselves, when we realize that we are always forgiven, when we realize that we are not a victim of our circumstance. It's like the minute you make the decision, ding, oh wait, I'm not a victim. I am capable of making a different decision. The power suddenly becomes available. What I see is like a smorgasbord is available for you. And that smorgasbord, that buffet, has been there the whole time, but you couldn't see it, right? You didn't know it was there because you were blind to it. You're busy ranting and raving about what you did wrong, and so you couldn't see what was right there in front of you. And then the moment you forgive yourself, the moment you send yourself some more love, the moment you put your hands out and ask for a gift and transform that idea that you did something wrong, poof, the buffet appears. Poof. It's right there. It's right there for you. And you get to go, yes, this, yes, this, yes, this, and now I'm going to make a different decision. Now I'm powerful. Now I'm able to move beyond this. And it's so freaking cool. So freaking cool the way the issue, the problem, the very thing that you could not get past, you hardly remember it. When somebody asks you about it, the details start to fade. You go, I don't know, wow, it's not there. I've chosen differently. I choose. Do you hear the power in that? I choose. Not if only, but I choose. It's really freaking powerful. Whew! And I would tell you it went up about 10 degrees around here. Right? You are a powerful creator. You just have to forgive yourself. You have to trust that it was all perfect. You might have to get the teaching behind it. Oh, wow, look where I spent a lot of time beating myself up. Look where I thought that that person was right. Look where I thought that there was something wrong with me. Psst, there's nothing wrong. It's all perfect. It absolutely is perfect. And so there are a ton of candles and little lights coming in. Oh, Nicole, I love that. The 5-minute rule. It's an awesome one. Do nothing for 5 minutes. Maybe you have to take your watch out sometimes. I have a rule that's kind of similar to that. When I'm trying to do something with technology and it's not working, that I let it go and walk away from it for 5-10 minutes. And then I come back and try it again. Because maybe there was some thing in my thoughts that needed to be transformed, right? I was like, I am going to get this post up. I don't know what the problem is. I'm going to push through. And I get that really like, going to do it. And then I go, oh, let me just walk away. I'm going to go get a glass of water. I'm going to go check the mail. I'm going to do anything else but this where I'm trying to push through. And then when I come back to it, it's easy peasy. It's amazing how we can feel that stuff. It's really that easy. Align to the teaching. Give yourself an opportunity to be forgiven, to bring more love in, to bring more joy in. Bring in some stuff that's going to help you move past that. And trust that it's exactly perfect. Just like each and every one of you are. Oh, so I hope you've gathered some lights. I hope you've gathered some candles. I hope that if you see something in front of you, if you have an awareness of some gift or something transforming, that you trust that. Right? We all need that reminder that we really don't have any control. And it works so much better when we release it. So I'm actually seeing a cup, a glass. It actually looks like a glass. It looks like a glass filled with illumination frequency. And I know that that is a gift for me, or it could be my higher self telling me it's time to drink a glass of water. But I'm going to take it right now as an idea that it is a gift for me to help me remember who I am, to remind myself that I got this, always. And I'm going to actually put it up here on my brain, the whole thing, as a reminder. I absolutely love this opportunity to play some energy games, to remind myself that I haven't done anything wrong. Remind myself, right? Because it starts with me. Remind me that I can let go of more of those ideas that I screwed up somehow. Those regrets. I can let go of my regrets. I appreciate you for playing along with me, for joining me for an opportunity to gift. And speaking of a gift, there is an incredible opportunity for all of us tomorrow night. And I'm going to put the link here so that you all have access to it. Let's see if it actually works. This opportunity is presented by Care Torres Healing. She is the person who has done the most for me to heal the stuff that I don't like about myself, to help me see that there are other options available. And tomorrow night, she is doing a program called A Night of Alchemical Healing. She does it every other Monday night, but tomorrow night, it is a unique opportunity. She is gifting everybody. She is gifting the program to you if you want to watch it live. She is gifting the program to each and every person who you put in as a remote. So I'm putting in my cats and my family members and some authors of mine that I think are totally fabulous, and I am putting in neighbors, and there have been people popping up for me over the last few days. They're like, wow, I haven't thought about them in a while, but I'm putting them in a night of alchemical healing. We call it Noah for short, and I definitely want to encourage you to pass that link on to anyone who is struggling with regrets themselves, to anyone who is got a lot of fear or a lot of anxiety or a lot of worry, and give them the opportunity to heal more of that. It's beautiful. I'm so excited about it. I hope you will share it, and I hope to see you there. Lots of love and healing and blessings and gifts, and knowingness for each of us, that we know that it's always available for us. Hope you have a great Sunday. Take care.